Two persons who are suspected to have participated in hurting a young lady at a Barbican party have surrendered themselves to the police. Two of the three women who are being sought by the police in connection with the mistreatment of a 17-year-old girl who is currently hospitalized have turned themselves in. The women were accompanied by their attorney, Peter Champagny, to the Constant Spring Police Station on Monday. It is expected that these two ladies will be questioned. The young lady that was mistreated is Kaylan Dowdy. She's a past student of Papine High School and is currently on life support at the hospital after she was mistreated at a party in Barbican by a group of women on November 7th along Barbican Road. The party was held without a permit on Boise Lane. Information coming in is that the University Hospital of the West Indies is rejecting reports that the mistreated teenager has been placed on a 1-month waiting list for an MRI. The University Hospital of the West Indies is rejecting reports that the teenage girl who was mistreated by a group of women at a party on Barbican Road has been placed on a 1-month waiting list for a magnetic resonance imaging examination. Based on information coming from the hospital, Ms. Dowdy is in an unstable condition and cannot be of high ventilation support for as long as 30 minutes, which would be the requirement for the imaging examination. In the interest of the safety of the patient, this investigation has been deferred until the patient is stable enough to tolerate the procedure. The 17-year-old young lady is expected to have 2 CT scans. The police have arrested several women in connection with the mistreatment. They are expected to be questioned. The story that came in after the report came out that the young lady was mistreated is that the persons who chose to mistreat her did not like the way that she was looking at them whilst they were at the illegal party on November 7th along Barbican Road. November 17th would have been 10 days after Miss Dowdy, a 17-year-old teenager, was mistreated at an illegal party. She's currently at the hospital hanging on for dear life. She's in a coma at the University Hospital of the West Indies. Whilst justice is being sought, and 2 women who are suspected to have participated in mistreating the young lady are in custody and 3 are still being sought by the police. The police have appealed to the other suspects to turn themselves in immediately, even as they are trying their best to find them. They are also putting in place measures to prevent further issues at parties that breach Jamaica's pandemic laws. Dozens of persons have been mistreated or injured at these illegal parties in the recent weeks. Miss Dowdy, who is 17 years old and a past student of Papine High School, is currently on life support after she was mistreated in a bad way by a group of women on November 7th. Based on information coming from the police, investigations are seeking Miss Clark, Miss Lewis, Miss Damone, also known as Rusty or Yolande. They have been urged to turn themselves in to the Grand Spen or Constant Spring or any other police stations. Fletcher also said that the police have disqualified Miss Mullins as inconsequential to their investigations after her identity was dragged into the fray by virtue of a collage making the rounds on social media. It was a case of misidentification. She was questioned on Friday. She came to the police with her attorney, and they had no interest in her, so they left her in the presence of her lawyer. According to the police, they have no interest in Miss Mullins. She is not implicated in what happened on November 7th. Mullins was in hospital having given birth hours prior to the incident. Lindsay, the investigators are not letting up on their intentions to swoop down on all illegal parties and other gatherings during the pandemic. They will be checking social media and engaging in reconnaissance and other measures to catch these perpetrators. If we cannot get information ahead of time, we can prevent them from happening. But if we know that they are happening, then we are going to go there and close them down. If we have to prosecute, we will just have to prosecute some persons. According to the Minister of Entertainment, she has called for an end to all illegal parties that are being staged across the country in breach of pandemic measures. This has followed the passing of Kirkland Plummer at an illegal party in Clarendon. Reports at the time were that Plummer was mistreated by patrons at approximately 9:40 p.m. after he attempted to disarm a man who had reportedly discharged an illegal item. Well, it doesn't seem that it matters what the police does or what the government says or the measures or anything that they put in place. Persons seem to be relentless on having their parties despite the pandemic issues or measures that have been put in place, despite the police even showing up to close down these events. We hope, however, that patrons are listening. We hope that they are heeding to the warnings and have an intent to protect themselves, because at the end of the day, that is what is paramount. It is their responsibility to protect themselves. If they choose to go out there, then they are leaving up themselves. Whatever happens at these parties, and at the end of the day, they have to take responsibility for what occurs. In the case of Miss Dowdy, however, she was badly mistreated, and we hope that she will recover speedily and will be able to continue her life. We hope that she will be off life support soon. And to the women who caused this mistreatment on her, we actually hope that they will actually turn themselves into the police and allow justice to take its course. But in the interim, we encourage persons who love to go to parties to put that passion on hold and try to turn on some music in the home and have some fun by themselves. Or why not join a virtual party? Why not engage in a virtual party? I'm sure that would be safer. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below and goodbye.